Hello everyone, welcome back to My Creative Ego. So after searching and searching, I finally found the luxury mirror card paper, and I gotta tell you guys, these looked exactly the same to me when I was in the store, but when I took them home, I realized that they are actually quite different. So you have the luxury mirror card, and these are $4.99. This has a different SKU number from this one, which is the luxury matte mirror card. So as you can see, there is quite a difference. One's more of a reflective type material. I don't really know how to explain it, but it's kind of like, you know, when you're going glossy versus matte. The regular mirror card is what I think about mostly when I think about metallic cardstock. Honestly, I really thought there was just only two, the glitter and the metallic one. And yes, if I would have known this in the store, I would have bought two of the regular mirror cards and one of the matte stacks. So I saw this in the store a couple of weeks ago and I didn't pick it up because, I don't know, I was debating between the $6.99 price tag, and I realized, you know, looking at cards nowadays, they're like at the $7 value. So if I made at least one card using this, it would have paid for itself. So I went ahead and picked it up this time around. So this is a lot larger than most of the dies in my collection, but I was super happy that it did fit onto the Sizzix Big Shot. I do not have an embossing mat for this one, so you know, when I ran it through regular cardstock, you can't see any of the embossed stenciling or the embossed images on here. But if you use the cardstock from earlier, the mirror cardstock, you can actually see all of the embossed images even without using an embossing mat. So I thought that was super cool. You're definitely going to need your pokey tool for this because you are going to be making confetti until the cows come home. So yes, you get a lot of extra pieces, both the positive and negative space from the cutouts. And I did haul this last week, but I didn't get a chance to use it. But just in case you guys wanted to see what it looked like colored out, this is what it looks like. And it matches really, really well with this. So like I said, I needed to make at least one card to make up for that $6.99 price tag. So I actually made a couple. And if you know me, you know that I always try to make the most of what I buy. So at night, she's a jazz singer, and by day, she's apparently a mermaid. So I don't know, I was looking at the dress and I realized this kind of looks like a mermaid tail. So I figured, why not test it out? So that's what I did here. Just took a little piece of cardstock from, I think, a paper pad that I also bought from Tuesday Morning a couple of months back. Perfect if you need a mermaid stamp and don't have one quite yet, because again, this was only $2.49. And then as I was putting this video together, I kind of found out that maybe if you take the dress and turn that upside down, you could probably turn it into like flowers as well. So I think it'd be really cool if you had like a little hummingbird, you could put that on there as well. And then I didn't realize it at the time, but there was also a saxophone stamp in this collection, which actually would pair out really, really well with this stamp. And moving on from the Razzle Dazzle and Glitz, I found this little sketchbook, and I really like the design on it, but I am not too crazy about this little buckle that it has on here. So I'm probably going to change that out with some really super cute ribbon because it just, I don't know, it doesn't match, but I like the style of the sketchbook. And if you're using it to sketch, you definitely have to just use a pencil because the pages are not that thick. But I'm actually just going to use mine to jot down notes, which is perfect because all of the pages are actually perforated, so you can rip it right out with no problem. They also had a few Derice dies. And this is the only one that I picked up because I love any type of frame because it's really good to use with like the characters or the sentiments. And I have to say that I was really, really picky on this shopping trip to Tuesday Morning. Why? Because I am planning on going to one of the bigger Tuesday Mornings in my area. And I shouldn't really say my area because it's like 2 hours away. But I'm like super excited because last time I went there, I hit like the stamp jackpot and I was finding things that I was looking for months on end. So I'm hoping that I'm able to find like a lot of things there. So yes, I'm super excited for that little trip to Tuesday Morning. So stay tuned for that one as well. And I was just thinking about it. I'm like so super excited to go there, but then what if there's not that many craft items? What if they've been picked through? So I'm hoping that there's still a lot of craft items over there. And I was super excited to find more of these Disney paper pads. And like I've been saying, every time I find one, I don't know what it is. I just really, really like them. I think that it's such a great bargain. I mean, if you don't have the dies, you can always cut it out. It takes a while, but you know, when you have one of those days where you don't really know what to do and you're staying home, you know, just pull out a pair of scissors and start cutting away and it will go by in no time. plus it's really nice to be able to share. So these all have like 32 sheets, which is a lot. You're getting 8 different designs, and that's 4 of each. So you can technically share this with like 4 or actually 3 other people, because you got to keep one for yourself, right? So that's actually what I did. My mom was like, do you have any extra supplies? Because I still have like a lot of photos, you know. My mom's not really a paper crafter, but when we were growing up, she did a lot of our scrapbooks with all of our, you know, like birthday cards and Valentine's Day cards that we would get. So, you know, I figured, you know, why not share a couple of these with my mom? So she actually created a whole scrapbook in like literally half an hour, you guys. So a lot faster than what I do. And if you're interested, I will attach her scrapbook layouts at the end of the video. For the Beauty and the Beast paper pad, I actually had 2 of the dies for this one. So again, if you picked them up from Tuesday morning, or if you picked them up from Hobby Lobby when they had the clearance sale, those work on here as well. But again, not necessary. You could also use your scissors for it. They had a lot of the Chamel items. I only picked up the sticker pack, and like I said, really picky this time around, only because I want to see what's at the other Tuesday morning. But I love the fact that this sticker pad actually came with a little folder. When I put all the stickers in there, it didn't quite fit, but I have some other use for this, so I will probably share that in another video. And I picked out a few more embossing folders because you guys know I love ladybugs, so I found this one. And really there was slim pickings at the store this time around, only because, you know, I didn't get to go to Tuesday morning when they had the Tim Holtz sale over the weekend. And so I think a lot of people went there and pretty much bought out a lot of the craft items. So yeah, again, hoping to find more at the other Tuesday morning. But I was thinking a lot of these embossing folders and these small size stamps would fit really nicely in these smash books. So I've never actually made one of these before. I don't know if I bought one before. I know I bought the binder. So I figured that this would be, I don't know, I probably want to do like a little project with this. Where you can just pretty much stuff it with like Happy Mail, maybe like stamps, embossing folders, and some of the cutouts and everything, because you know those Disney paper pads have so much in them. So we'll see. It'll probably be like a summer project for me or something like that. So I thought that this was a nice size for $3.99, and I always thought this was just like a little pen, but it's actually a pen and a glue stick. Hopefully the glue still works. And I know I do not need to tell you guys that I'm a huge donut fan, but this Friday, I believe it's usually the first Friday of every June, it's considered National Donut Day. So I found another bakery over the weekend, and this one actually had some mochi donuts, which are kind of like a mixture of rice flour donuts, and then they had some cruffins, which are, I think, are like croissant muffins that are kind of like a donut maybe. And then they had cronuts, which are croissant donuts. So yes, I don't know. There's so many new donuts out there. I'm kind of like a traditionalist. I just really love my jelly donuts, really just simple glazed donuts. So this was new for me. And they also had some malasadas, which I love. You know, I've never tried any that were stuffed. So this one actually has a mixture of like coconut. Some have like passion fruit and guava. So yes, just wanted to make you guys crave sugar. And if that wasn't enough, I just wanted to do a really slow-mo version of this maple bacon bar. It's like the ultimate breakfast. You have bacon, donuts, and maple.
Whoa.
And these are the layouts that my mom put together for the scrapbook. And like I said, she's not a paper crafter, but you know, she's been, I guess, like the original scrapbooker in our family, because she would just like put together our cards and our photos, which is really cool because, you know, I can go back and see all the Valentine's Day cards from when I was growing up and all my siblings' Valentine's Day cards and birthday cards. So it's really cool that she kept that. And yes, these are her layouts for her scrapbook, and it just goes to show how easy it is to kind of like put together like scrapbooks just using those paper pads. It's probably why I enjoy those Disney paper pads, and I'm trying to collect them all, quite frankly. So I hope your donut day is sprinkled with sweetness, and if you haven't already, please don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell if you want to be notified of all of my new videos. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you all have a wonderful day.